Folks, this is the Chad Factor. I want to show you this shirt. Donald Trump, finally someone with balls. And what that means is that as a male, a heterosexual male in America, that he's not afraid to say what he wants to say. He's not afraid to be called xenophobic, racist, or sexist because he speaks his mind and says whatever he wants to say. So that's why I like him, and that's why I'm going to get into the reasons why I like him in a minute. But I want to first off by saying that I think Donald Trump is the Muhammad Ali of politics. And I want to talk about the rally I went to in Atlanta, which was pretty good. But I want to start off by saying that when I say that Donald Trump is the Muhammad Ali of politics, I mean of what I just said, that he shoots off the cuff, says whatever he wants to say, doesn't care if you call him racist, doesn't care if you call him a bully, doesn't care about any of that. He just cares about speaking his mind and trying to help and put America first. All right, that's why I believe that he is the male, even pro black candidate that I think is going to do good for this country right now. Since he keeps saying he wants to help our African American people, which he said in the speech, and I also want to say is that I don't think he can solve every freaking problem as soon as he gets in, and I don't believe everything's gonna get fixed. But what I want is to at least put a band-aid on an already growing problem. That's my purpose of trying to vote for Donald Trump for this for this. And what I also want to add is that the Never Trump crowd, everybody in the Never Trump crowd, you have a right to your opinion and to not vote. Okay, but this didn't happen with McCain. This didn't happen with Mitt Romney, and I think that didn't happen because the candidate that everybody wanted won. That's what I think that happened. And this guy has me excited. I didn't vote in 2012 because I hated Mitt Romney. I didn't vote Libertarian because I didn't think there was a point to vote. And I sure wasn't going to vote for Barack Obama. In 2008, I was young and 16, but I still didn't like the man because I didn't like how black people were reacting to Obama, even though he doesn't do anything for us as a group. So, even though that's been revealed several times that he hasn't done anything, but you know, the people are ignoring this, and I see how Trump can get crazy. He does say some things I do disagree with myself, but what I'm kind of getting at is that these never Trumpers will keep complaining about Trump. People supporting Trump are dumb, stupid, and ignorant. And don't know anything about politics. But I see like people like I'm not gonna say his full name, but people like Mr. Carroll who keep talking about that a staunch conservative candidate can't win the White House in America right now because how the country's changing and because they just passed a law in the Supreme Court saying um, homosexual the LGBT and homosexuals can't get married. A man, a woman was legal in 50 different countries, so the country's changing. So a staunch conservative can't win a national election. But people like him and other people are complaining that Donald Trump is a liberal. A liberal, which he isn't. He's liberal on social issues, but he's not liberal when it comes to economics and having a sound and secure border. But these are the same people that say they won't vote for a liberal. And people have to understand that if you do not have certain social views, LGBT, you are not going to win the White House. So by your same logic, why do you think Donald Trump is too liberal by saying that? Now, Pastor James David Manning just said that he's not going to support him because of this, and respect to him, and I agree with him. If you don't want to support him because of this, that's fine. I'm supporting him because I don't want Hillary Clinton to get in, and because of the economic policies. I don't agree with his stance on the transgender bathrooms and just overall just accepting it off the cuff. I mean, people can do what they want to, but I just don't want to. I have friends who are LGBT in the LGBT community. That's fine. I'm good with that. But I'm just not going to all the way accept it. I mean, people can do what they want to do, and the Orlando thing was a tragedy, okay, and that was by radical Islamic terrorism, not Christians or not fundamentalist Christians like people want to always say, okay. But I just hate how people keep saying this and keep pushing into the head with he's too liberal. But McCain had liberal views. But Romney had some liberal views on a few things. So why is he now Why is he too liberal for anybody to vote for now? I'm just confused about that. Okay, and they're just leaving the woodwork saying he's racist, he's this, he's that. When they didn't say anything about Mitt Romney, George Bush, it's like, come on now, man. The people wanted Donald Trump. The people want him to win. And now there's a whole never Trump movement. But there was no never McCain, never Bush, never McCain, Romney. Because people are butthurt because they really wanted Jeff Bush to win. Let's get something straight. They wanted Jeff Bush to win, but since he raised $200 million and couldn't get any votes, he couldn't do a dang thing. So it was unexpected, and people didn't take him seriously, and that's why he won the party. And even though the polls are showing that he can't win, okay, people underestimate how much people despise Hillary Clinton and the Clintons. People underestimate that. But pretty much when I was at the Atlanta rally, I didn't wear this shirt. I was on neutral grounds because I know how people can get crazy. But I bought some Trump T-shirts. I didn't buy this one. I bought some "Make America Great Again" shirts, and I enjoyed myself. Herman Cain was speaking. A couple of the black minority outreach people were speaking there as well. The chairman of the Georgia Republican Party was speaking. And I think everybody has something good to say. But when Trump came out and spoke, it was making fun of how Hillary Clinton was talking about him and NATO, about making good trade deals, bringing jobs back or creating new jobs, and just the overall fact of calling out what's a problem in the world, which America started to a point with invading the Iraq War, which Trump was against. Um, which Trump was against, and he said that this is and what happened in Orlando was radical Islamic terrorism. Okay, you get it? Radical Islamic terrorism. Not Christians, not Christian fundamentalists. It was that, liberals. Okay? But that's pretty much it. I enjoyed the speech, and I'm actually in a public speaking class myself, so that's why I mostly enjoyed it, to see him speak and to see him articulate, and the expressions and the visual aid with the audience he was having, and just the expressions of how he was speaking and joking about Hillary Clinton. So that's why I liked it as well. And there were some protesters there. I talked to some of the protesters, and they were cool to talk to. But I left because I had to get the class in school and everything. So that's why I left like 15 minutes early, and then I went straight to school. But there was a video of a young black Trump supporter speaking to another anti-Trump supporter who happened to be a Black Lives Matter supporter, and he just ran off the mouth saying, "You're a disgrace to America. You're a disgrace to your parents." And he just said, "Thank you," and said that my parents want Trump too. And I like how the young man articulated himself and defended himself against this individual. And it just goes to show you that a lot of these protesters and a lot of the Black Lives Matter crowd just argue, bicker, don't have any supporting facts. And if you like Trump in any way, you're a bigot, you're a racist, you're stupid. But had no facts, no anything to back on, didn't even want a real conversation. Then there was a little white woman who was coming at him, talking to him a certain kind of way. You know, it's like sometimes you just gotta do this, but he was respectful to the woman, and like the man keeps saying, there are not Trump supporters going to Bernie Sanders rallies and Hillary Clinton rallies, and it never will be because we have school and work to do. And again, I am not a worshiper of Trump. I am not praising, but I'm just saying it's good to see somebody with some freaking balls because males are going downhill. But that's really my take on this whole thing. Is I believe that the young man stood his ground, and I think it was a lively conversation. I wish I could have been there to see it and maybe help him out a little bit. But I mean, I enjoyed. I had school, so I mean, I enjoyed it. But let me tell you the reason why I think Donald Trump is pro-black than what people give him credit for. And don't mention the Central Park Five because that was a mistake. But I'm gonna get into this. He said in the '90s, Mike Tyson was accused of rape, and one of the first people to actually defend Mike Tyson was Donald Trump. Nobody else defended him. Nobody else said that he was innocent or the girl lied about him. You know, and they did great work together. And there's also actually pictures of Donald Trump and Michael Jackson together doing business. So for people to keep saying, and then Medgar Evers' brother Charles Evers is supporting him, it just get in the hammer. So it gets very annoying to hear that he's racist. He doesn't care about black issues. He wants to close the border. He may not want to close the border just for the black population to survive, but if you keep having more undocumented immigrants come in and come in and come in, and Afro Synergy, another person on YouTube I like who supports Trump, knows that the illegal immigration is going to be a vast disadvantage to black American men. So people need to do their research on his on Lava's record. He defended Mike Tyson. Okay, he gave money to Push, which I mean I'm not a big fan of Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton, but he did business with them. He's also done business with the Clintons, but sometimes you have to keep your enemies close to you. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Don't think because you go to somebody's wedding or go to somebody's golf course that they're your best friends. Some people hate each other and don't want to have anything to do with each other afterwards. So I'm just saying when people always have these pictures and have the picture between Donald Trump and Hillary, don't believe the hype. If Donald Trump was a plant, he would have never talked about he would have never came to Atlanta to address the LGBT community because Atlanta is the capital of the LGBT community in the entire country of America. It's actually crazier than San Francisco, and the numbers are more vast. Okay, so that was a very, very, very good political strategy, and I like how he talked about saying, even though I again disagree with this, about yes, I will let anybody use the bathroom when it comes to transgenders, and he basically endorsed it. So, like I said, I don't agree with that. I'm against the homosexual agenda, but like I said, if you live this new America, you have to have liberal views or appeal to the LGBT to win an election. So all these conservatives and Republicans or just people who think he's too liberal need to shut up. Seriously. It's politics, people. But shout out to Charles Evers. Shout out to the 16-year-old who can't vote, so I don't know why he's arguing with Black Lives Matter protester. Shout out to him. Shout out to Mike Tyson. Shout out to Afro Synergy. Thank you again. You got me going for Trump right now and getting rid of these never Trumpers and Clinton supporters. So, this is the Chad Factor. Thank you for looking at my video. See you later.